Hi guys, let's talk about waiting on God. So today I texted my family that you guys don't sleep because I'm gonna call soon. So I always call my family on Sundays, okay, because that's the only time that works for us. And sometimes on Saturdays, but sometimes I would call and my mom won't be home and I want to talk to like my grandparents, right? So and today I did text. I was like, hey, tell my grandma not to sleep. I'm going to call. Right. And as I was telling her that, as I was texting that, the Holy Spirit reminded me of a time where I didn't say anything, but I totally forgot that I was supposed to call them because I always call them on Sunday, right? But after church, I went to brunch with some ladies. So I didn't tell them that, hey, I'm not gonna call, you know what I'm saying? So instead, I just went to brunch. And when I got home, which was at like 3-ish, 4-ish p.m., I texted my mom. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't call you, and I didn't tell you that I wasn't gonna call. But my mom has no problem with that. But I was more worried about like my grandma, because like I don't talk to her as much as I do talk to my mom, because my mom can text, right? So um the following weekend, after that weekend, she still waited. Like my grandma, she still waited. Like she normally goes to bed at like 8-ish, 9-ish. So that time I hear she went to bed at around 9:30, 10-ish, towards 10, because she was waiting for my call. And then this time around, she was waiting too, right? And then because I had called a little later, because I had to film a video for like GRACEVILLE after church. So I had to, I prolonged the time. So instead of like the time that she knows, okay, she's gonna call it this time, but I ended up calling a little late. And I think I called at around 9-ish when she was going to bed. And then when she picked up the phone, she said something. She was like, oh, I knew you were gonna call. And I was just waiting on you. And this like struck something inside of me that, when we're waiting on God, it's not like we don't know that God is going to move. Like we're waiting on his timing. We're waiting on God to do something. Like, okay, God, I'm expecting you to do something. And you didn't do it last time when I waited on you to do it. It was just not your timing. But this time I waited. And as I was about to give up, you showed up. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I just want to say, wait a little longer. Just wait a little longer. When the time is right with the Lord, he will make it happen. Okay, because like for my grandmother, I was really sad because like I wasn't able to tell her that I'm not gonna call, but she stayed up. And even this time, like she stayed up, and then she was like, huh, maybe she's not gonna call. She went to bed, and right when she went to bed, that's when I called. And I just want to encourage somebody that, I know a lot of Africans, we do have like grandparents of faith, grandparents of prayer. Like they don't mind waiting in the physical because they've waited a lot for like a very long time when they prayed about something, and they've waited on God to like work. But I'm just saying, like us too, as like children of this generation, we need to learn how to wait on God and not to grow weary, because the Bible tells us that let us not grow weary in doing what is good. Okay, for at the appointed time, we'll get the reward. Okay, don't grow weary in doing what is good, because the Lord sees what you're doing and he will reward you for that. And waiting too is good, because you're waiting on his time. That's obedience right there. It takes a lot to wait, to just sit and see a lot of things happening. And it takes really a lot to just sit and wait on God. So if maybe you think, okay, your friends are advancing and people's lives are going and everything, just wait. God told you to wait, just wait. That on its own is a lot. It's a lot to wait, okay? Now, I just hope somebody was blessed by this. And I love you so much, guys. Bye.